Hey guys, back here with another video for you on the VFR Superhawk 996, whichever one you want to call it. Today we're going to show getting down to the thermostat. So this bike, I didn't know the history and I was in there anyway, and the thermostat's a pretty cheap part, and I wanted the cooling system to be good. It's hot here where I ride it, so I'm like, why not replace it? There's a little metal housing with an O-ring, and you'll see us get down into that and deal with that and everything that surrounded it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps you out, and there's more to come after this.
I'm back. So today we are going to concentrate on trying to find the leak in here, and it's either this overflow container or these pumps, or this pump with the tube. So I'm going to pull all this out, this hose, and a hose down here. I have people joining me today. My wife. Oh, there's my son. He's recording me. He thinks this is hilarious. So I'm going to pull this hose off, and I think actually, because you can see it a wiggle right now, so I think there's the only two things holding it on actually. And then actually when I take this off, I can get to the choke cable underneath because this needs to be replaced. This broke when I was taking it off. It comes through here, it splits, and these plastic attachments are notorious for breaking, I found out now. And of course mine snapped off. So I'm going to have to try to get a replacement for that. I used one, of course. So that's where we're at. We're going to undo this screw, pry those ends off, and disconnect here. And there's a grounding cable. Disconnect that. There is an O-ring inside of here. I'm going to try to get the top off. I tried to do it right now, and that thing will not budge. So the O-ring under here could be leaking as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3. This could have been the leak, or this thing cracked could have been the leak. So that's where we're at. So one thing I forgot to mention, I just used a Phillips to get these off. Surprisingly, they just came loose. These aren't going to budge because it's so old, so take a flat blade and gently twist it, pry it, try to get under it, and slowly work it around to just snap it loose. This is corroded on. And in looking at this, if you can see how corroded that is, I suspect that is where my leak is coming from. That one right there. I don't know if it's the fitting or if it's leaking out of the tube somewhere under pressure. But I'm going to try to wiggle those back with the flat blade and get that off. And then, not sure what to do about this. I might have to put some liquid on here to let it soak and try to break that loose, because this grounding cable needs to come off. Is part of this wiring harness here, and it's not budging. Okay, making progress. We got this one is actually, can't tell, but this one's loose. It slid back a lot. It's almost off. Got this clip off. For any of you adventurers that are going to do this later, this clip basically from the bottom you're going to see, I don't know if the camera will show it, there's a little clip right here. This is going to be pointing like down where you can see it kind of through the side of the frame. Like right, you're going to be able to see right through there. You're going to get a screwdriver under it, a flat blade or something, and then pull it off with a pliers, and then be able to pull this off, and it'll pop right off. Okay, so we got that. Now I noticed there is another connection to the bottom of the pump right here. That feeds through here and actually comes out to this one right here. So I'm going to leave this one on, take the other end off, because I think that's going to be jamming so tight it wouldn't help me taking that other end off, because I could pull on it. Get that end off, I'll be able to get this pump out. I'm going to rip the overflow tank out, and we'll see. Alright, so I've got my son out here helping me. It's the first time I've had two hands free to turn, and I'm loosening this down here. It's way down here, it's hard to see. Get that turn in. Now the band is loose, so now if I can slide this guy off, I get a flat blade out here, oops, and I'm going to try to pry this back. There we go. Just like that. I might have some antifreeze. Ooh, there we go. over here. Can you see that on this side? See this one in here. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Right where am I? Right there. Slid that back. That is all nasty in there. Look at that. I'll bet you that's where it might be leaking from. Hopefully, if we're lucky. Hopefully, if we're lucky. All right. All right. So now we've got that one loose. So now, if I can wiggle. Hopefully the bike doesn't tip over. Let me grab this flat blade again. Whoa! I've got it up on a piece of wood, so the kickstand is not as steady as it normally should be. I did that so it's sitting straight up and I don't have to bend over as much, saving my back. Still trying to pry this bottom one off. The output on it is huge. It goes into the hose like a good 2 inches, it seems. We're close, folks. We're close. We're getting there. Remember to smash that button. Subscribe. That's what my kids tell me I should say. But the dog went in. He was done out here. He's probably taking a nap. There we go. Got that one off. Let's... almost off. Success. That one's off. Now, what is still holding this? There's another tube down. Oh, wait, that one's loose. That tube is this guy right here. He's attached to the bottom. That one's loose. I lost my collar here to hold the carburetors on. So it literally is this one tube right here, I believe. And the ground wire. This guy's being stubborn. I wonder if I need to do the same thing, and I'll need to take it off from this side. I'm gonna do that. Let's do this. All right, we'll be back, folks. So I'm gonna spray some of this on here. There's already some because we had to do a second take because my son clicked the wrong button. We're gonna let that soak while we go have some lunch. What's on the lunch for today? I told you I'm having lunch. I've got me some Mount Olive, which are the best pickles by far. Don't buy those other junk kosher dill spears. I've got some gluten-free bread. I found gluten-free definitely agrees with me more. I've got a veggie burger from Costco, which is fantastic. They were on sale. I tried them. This is homegrown lettuce. And the secret between these two layers is sriracha sauce. You guys, kind of a cool trick. So I need to get this negative wire off, and this bolt head here was just really tight. So I let it sit for a little bit with penetrating fluid. But then when I was trying to loosen it, the whole thing was twisted counterclockwise. So I jammed a screwdriver behind this frame piece here and into here. So when I loosen this, it's trying to twist it and it holds this nice and tight. Just want to show you that little trick if you end up in this boat. First of all, forgive the music, guys. It's the only station my little shop radio gets. So I almost got this out, and there is one final wire. It actually looks like this at the bottom that goes into the huge wiring harness. Same with this one. And I'm like, what in the world? I couldn't get this out. So first of all, if you're interested, this thing actually just clips down on each side. I use a small flat blade to pop one side off and then gently just pry it open. And that's what the connection looks like under there. I don't know if you can see it that good. Really wish I had a better phone. This is a Moto G5, by the way. The phone's not very good, but that's all I have. It's just a wire that kind of goes over a metal peg sticking out. So what I was able to do was get a flat blade. There's a little gap between the black plastic and this top nut, because I tried to undo this. That doesn't budge. And I just gently kind of twist it and pry it up, and it's pulling this thing up. So I thought it'd be loose enough by my hand, but it's not. So I'm going to keep just prying it up and see if it will pop off. So I literally was doing this here. I put it right here, and I would just twist it up, and it kept going up. I need two hands to do this, and my cameraman has left to start a lemonade stand with his friends, so I got to do this on my own. So I'll be back. that literally, that's what it is. It pops on there and it pops off. And if we pull this through, success. That is the pump in all its glory.